Hey everybody, and welcome to downtown Miami, Florida. It is a gorgeous night here. It's about 92 degrees, relatively high humidity, looking at the financial center right here in downtown Miami. Now, we're going to be talking about a lot of the new developments down here, looking at some of the greatest and latest projects that have been going up in downtown Miami and Brickell as well. But I first wanted to show you guys this right here. This is the brand new fountain that opened up in the park. It plays music. It is wonderful. And in the distance, you can see all the way out to Fisher Island. We're going to be exploring the lifestyle, the nightlife, the infrastructure on tonight's walking tour. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We may have a little bit of copyright issues here, but we'll try to tee that up later. But they've just done a fantastic job here on this fountain. Everyone's out enjoying the weather, right on the water. And of course, you have this beautiful light show here. Absolutely fantastic. We'll also be walking by the Bayside Marketplace. But it's pretty awe-inspiring just seeing the skyline of downtown Miami. It's really, really an inspiring experience. There's so many different outdoor activities to do. With this new fountain, you really get a better sense of community here in downtown Miami. Lots of kids hanging out, walking around. And this is even the off season in Miami too. The sunset tonight looks like bubblegum. It's really unbelievable. Look at that. This is looking back towards the Intercontinental Miami. Now, if you look closely and you see that building with the crane on top, that is really what I'm calling the new Billionaires building in downtown Miami, the gorgeous Waldorf Astoria. And you have to look at some of the renderings online. It's going to be cubes stacked on top of one another, and it's going to be the tallest building in downtown Miami. It's going to be unbelievable. Right here through these two palm trees, you can see the very famous Miami Tower. This is looking out to the MacArthur Causeway. This is one of the most pretty drives ever. If you could do it on a motorcycle or a scooter, I would highly advise you do it. You have this gorgeous, gorgeous view. You can see Fisher Island, you can see downtown Miami, right as you're driving from South Beach. It's really quite nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get back on the main drag here, and we'll explore the construction site of the brand new Waldorf Astoria, Miami. In the distance there, you can see the Ferris wheel of the Bayside Marketplace. This fountain really complements Miami so well as the Magic City. Much of the new development in downtown Miami and Brickell have been skewed towards the ultra-luxury sector. You have the Aston Martin residences, which we'll also check out tonight on the walking tour. And it seems very lively tonight, too. Of course, Miami has been attracting many new residents, particularly in the financial sector. The most notable move as of late has been Citadel and Citadel Securities, which their temporary headquarters is in this building right here, the 200 Southeast Financial Center. They took over the entire 20th floor. I believe it used to be a WeWork because I used to work out of there. But I believe Citadel took over the entire floor. And of course, Ken Griffin is set to build a mega tall building right off of Brickell Avenue that is going to act as Citadel's global headquarters. As you know, Ken Griffin moved their headquarters from Chicago, Illinois to Miami, Florida. But there's a little bit of misconception that went on with that deal. It doesn't mean that Citadel is completely out of Chicago. It's not the case. It just means that their headquarters is located now in Miami. They have a massive presence in Chicago, a huge presence in New York. If you've watched any of our Park Avenue New York City walking tours, you'll know that Citadel is planning to build another beautiful Class A office tower, 350 Park Avenue, that is set to rival Jamie Dimon's 270 Park. That is the JP Morgan Chase office tower. So a lot of high-paying jobs are moving down to South Florida, which should make this real estate cycle a little bit more stable, if you will. If you're not too familiar with the South Florida, Miami-specific real estate market historically, it's been very volatile. Miami goes through massive booms and massive busts. Particularly during the 2008 financial crisis, Miami, Florida was one of the hardest hit regions in the entire country in terms of price declines, and that is because if you think about the people who were purchasing property in Miami, Florida, leading up to the '08 financial crisis, a lot of those purchases were second and third homes, and there wasn't a lot of good job infrastructure down here at the time. You could see the Metro Mover passing by. So it was very transient. So when the foreclosures started to happen, And when people started to get laid off, well, guess which properties they default on first? You guessed it, the second and third homes, right? The vacation homes they tend to default on. In other news here, East Flagler Street is now open to the public and now open to vehicles. We'll be checking that out a little bit later on the tour, but that is so exciting. East Flagler is now open, but we'll check out the Waldorf Astoria first. You could also speculate and say that predominantly a lot of the homes and the real estate in the Sun Belt in general got hit massively hard during the 2008 financial crisis because of those kind of the demographic there. People purchasing second and third homes on top of the very, very poor underwriting standards leading up to 2008. There was no underwriting, let's just say that. You could literally walk into a bank. There was no credit check, no income verification, using air quotes here. And the banks were just handing out loans left and right to people who really couldn't afford these properties. Also, many people were getting what's called adjustable rate mortgages, or ARMs. And in my view, it is in my view that a lot of bankers were not telling their customers and their clients what kind of mortgage products they were getting into. So when interest rates went up, well, a lot of their clients got slammed with balloon payments. So for example, if they were used to paying $1,200 a month for their mortgage, but when interest rates went up 200 basis points, well, maybe that $1,200 a month mortgage is now a $1,700 a month mortgage, which they can't afford. Thus, you have a massive wave of defaults. And that hit Miami very, very hard. In any event, I think you have a much healthier real estate market now because post 2008 financial crisis, underwriting standards at a lot of banks got increasingly better, right? Also, a lot of the ARM products, particularly the ARMs of 2007, are really not in play anymore. You can still get an adjustable rate mortgage, but oftentimes there's a cap on the adjustable rate. So it can't, if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates 500 basis points, right, like happened over the last few years, your mortgage isn't going to blow out like crazy because it'll have a yearly cap, right? So a lot of things have been learned, lessons learned from the 2008 financial crisis, and bringing it back full circle to Miami, you have a lot of job growth down here, and job growth in sectors that historically pay very high wages, such as finance, particularly investment banking. You have a big growing tech sector here now. So even though I think Miami is going to cool off in terms of its real estate prices, I think you'll be a little bit more insulated from the very dramatic declines of 2008. This is now Bayfront Park. And here we have it, everybody. Look at that. The building with the crane on it right now is going to be the brand new Waldorf Astoria residences in downtown Miami. That is going to be amazing. It's going to be over 1,000 feet tall. And I think Tony Robbins, you could look this up on Google. Tony Robbins, I think, purchased one of the penthouses pre-construction. I think he paid a little over $25 million. But this is pretty good progress, everybody, because if you think about some of the other buildings, some of the other branded buildings that are going up in South Florida, particularly the St. Regis in Sunny Isles Beach, they haven't even broken ground yet on that project, let alone, what would you say? This is probably 50 stories above ground now. This is looking really, really great. This is going to totally revolutionize and change the skyline of downtown Miami. Look at this. I'll zoom in on the base of the building. And you can notice the boxes are kind of staggered, one on top of the other. Again, this is an ultra-luxury building. It's going to be ultra-luxury condos. Right on the corner of Northeast 3rd Street, as you're looking down to Bayside Marketplace. If you were to continue to walk all the way down, you'll reach the Freedom Tower, as well as the Kaseya Center, where the Miami Heat play. And then if you were to make a left, you will run into the brand new Miami World Center, which I'm not too sure if anybody in the audience is familiar with WeWork. WeWork went bust. Right now they're kind of recovering. Masayoshi Son, who's the CEO and founder of SoftBank, made a multi-billion-dollar investment in WeWork, which they lost out big on. And Adam Neumann was the CEO and founder of WeWork. But now Adam Neumann is taking that WeWork concept and making yet another startup, which he managed to get some pretty notable VC backing from. And that company is called Flow, F-L-O-W. So if you look at Flow Miami, they have one of their main headquarters right in the brand new Miami World Tower, or Miami World Center, I should say. Okay, here we are. We are crossing now, taking one more look at the progress of the Waldorf Astoria right on Biscayne Boulevard. This is US 1. Again, very pleased with the progress. One of the things that you'll notice in Miami is there's been this massive trend of branded condominiums. I'll give you a few examples. If we're talking about Billionaires Row of South Florida, you would think of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. You have the Porsche Design Tower. You have the Bentley Design Tower going up. You have the St. Regis branded towers going up. In downtown Miami, you have the Aston Martin Residences, which is already complete. You have this building right in front of us, which is the Waldorf Astoria Residences. Then you'll also have the Dolce & Gabbana Residences in Brickell. There's just so many different branded residences here. Now, so far, they've been selling rather well. The Aston Martin building has been selling very, very good from their sponsor sales. And Waldorf Astoria has been selling very, very well pre-construction. This is now Northeast 2nd Street and Biscayne. Ooh, that car turned right in front of that bus. Not smart. We're about to pass a really nice condo building called 50 Biscayne. It sits right under the Metro Mover station. If you're visiting downtown Miami, you have to see the newly opened Freedom Tower. The Freedom Tower has been under renovation for some time, and now it is totally reopened again, which is great. Okay, this is now Northeast 1st Street, and we're going to walk directly in front of 50 Biscayne. You can hear the Metro Mover coming around right now. You're going to see it in just a minute. It's the coolest thing looking at it as it comes across. Very futuristic looking. Here we are, 50 Biscayne. Has a pretty nice lobby. I really like the design on the columns here. And now we get to the fun part. We are finally going to see Flagler Street now that it is open to vehicle traffic. So East Flagler Street was a massive, massive project here in downtown Miami. What they've done is they've made the sidewalks level with the street, and they're going to make all brand new retail here. Oh, this guy are the food delivery carts. So instead of food delivery bicycles, we have these robots all over the place. And here you have it. This is the new Flagler Street looking up at 50 Biscayne. You can see one of the first cars to drive down it. We have a nice Cybertruck here. But as you can see, the road is now level with the sidewalk. It's supposed to help with drainage. It looks really, really nice. Great landscaping. This is actually a really good pizza's place right here. You have the Walgreens to your left. And then all down here are really great places to eat. I just ate dinner at this pizza shop right here. They have a whole pizza for $14.99. 3-topping pizza, $14.99. now make a left here, and then we'll head over to the beautiful Aston Martin residences. Look at how cool the spire of the Miami Tower looks. Okay, this is what I'm really excited about, everybody. This is Southeast 1st Street, and you're gonna see the construction site for One Bayfront Plaza. This building used to be absolutely disgusting. All dilapidated, all run down, and they're finally making some really, really good progress on construction. Oh, this is the freebie downtown Miami. So instead of an Uber, if you want to ride for free, you can just call a freebie. Pretty cool. You have the Miami Tower in the distance. Now, right as we round this corner, Southeast 3rd Avenue, you can see the Intercontinental Hotel in the distance, but this is the construction site of One Bayfront Plaza. So this big monstrosity here is coming down. There's going to be an ultra-luxury Class A office tower in its place, and it's supposed to have a really nice connection bridge to the one and only Metro Mover. So I'm really, really excited about that. We'll wait for the light. Okay, looks like we can go. We have another Cybertruck. It's really amazing seeing this finally come down. Really good view of the 200 Southeast Financial Center. Can you just imagine what the Miami skyline is going to be in just a couple of years? Okay, Southeast 2nd Street. And take a look at that view. Looking right at Miami Tower, or the City National Bank. In front of us you have the main Whole Foods. I should say the most expensive Whole Foods in the world. I say that half joking. Lots of traffic tonight too. It's about 8:39 p.m. Coming up on Southeast 3rd Street. Then you'll have the Epic Marina, the Epic Hotel and Residences, as well as the Aston Martin Residences. Let's see if we can make the light. We got 8 seconds left. And we'll run right into another food delivery robot. Let's see if this robot can navigate this car. That's so hilarious. One more look back at the Whole Foods. Definitely feels like very, very heavy rush hour traffic. Let's go ahead and check in on Gordon Ramsay's new restaurant here, and we'll see how busy it is. It stands just outside of the Aston Martin Residences. Now keep in mind, everybody, this is technically the off season in Miami. It's August, so there's supposed to be nobody here pretty much, but it seems pretty busy. This is the Wells Fargo Center. We'll now go ahead and cross the street. This is the Epic Hotel and Residences, and it looks absolutely packed tonight. This is a Wednesday night. This is now Southeast 4th Street. We'll go down here and then lap around. Or maybe we'll go this way first. We'll check out some of the vehicles here. I think this may be the brand new Rolls-Royce EV. What do you guys think? If there's any car guys or girls in the audience, let us know. But man, that brand new Rolls-Royce, I believe this is the EV version. This thing is a beauty. I love it. As you know, I'm a huge fan of electric vehicles. Very cool. This is the main entrance to the hotel here. Man, it is booming tonight. You wouldn't think this many people would be visiting Miami during off-peak hours or off-peak season, but there definitely appears to be. Okay, well now check out the Epic Marina. Some pretty nice boats here. And then in the backdrop, we have the beautiful Brickell Key. There's some really exciting projects happening on the island of Brickell Key as well. You have the brand new Mandarin Oriental Hotel and Residences going up. So they're going to demolish the old Mandarin Oriental and build 2 towers. This is the brand new Miami Riverwalk. It's just such an amazing quality of life here. It's unbelievable. It's almost indescribable. Now here we have one of the entrances to the Aston Martin residences. You could look all the way up at the top, and then we'll check out some of the yacht parking. You can see some of the boats pulled up, which is pretty convenient. I mean, if you don't want to drive to your apartment, maybe you're in the Bahamas, you can just tell your people to pull up your yacht right in front of your house. Super convenient. And here is the main valet. So this is where you would come up, you would give your car to these fine gentlemen here. Just the finishes and the design here is great. And then this is looking again over Brickell Key. They have this really quite nice infinity pool. Looping around right here. You also have the Mastro's Steakhouse. The views from some of the top floor units at the Aston Martin, you could see all the way to South Beach, South Point Park, south of Fifth Neighborhood, and even Fisher Island. Now check this view out, everybody. You can see those balconies going all the way up, and then on the other side you can see the icon Brickell. Yet another yacht. It's a really good steakhouse just back there. We're now going to walk over the Brickell Bridge. But look at how tranquil and peaceful this looks. Here you can see the main valet for Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen restaurant. Here we have it. The main entrance to the Aston Martin Residences, 300 Biscayne Boulevard. Look at the facade of the building. This thing is just massive. Coming up here on your right, you're going to see the JW Marriott marquee. Once we take this bridge, we will have successfully transitioned from downtown Miami to Brickell, which is really the main financial district. You'll see Bank of America Tower. Lots of business goes on right on Brickell Avenue. And if you could hear that dinging, that means the drawbridge is about to go up. So maybe we'll see some crazy mega yacht. Here's the JW Marriott. This view always gets me. Check out the Miami Tower. Isn't that amazing?
tía, me duele. Y dentro de lo malo.
Now you can see the main drawbridge going up as we head over the Brickell Bridge to Brickell from downtown Miami. It looks like a lot of traffic is backing up as well. What's coming over this way? Maybe it's just a tugboat. We shall see. So much construction going up. It's an amazing view overlooking Brickell Key. I wonder what that Bimini shipping. Look at that. This thing is tremendous. I think it's towing something too.
Brickell Avenue Bridge spans now will be closing. Brickell Avenue Bridge spans will now be closing.
Curious to see how much traffic this is going to pile up. Pretty cool to see the planes going overhead. pull off to the side because there's going to be a massive line going over. I just want to get one more sweeping shot over Brickell Key as well as the icon Brickell. Looks amazing at night. And now we'll see all the traffic backed up. Oh my gosh, and the robot is stuck in traffic? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You know, that's quite impressive though. The little food delivery robot can navigate the drawbridge going up and down. That's unbelievable. You know, I was watching this video the other day. Apparently Walmart now, ticker symbol WMT, is doing drone delivery. This guy ordered like a bag of chips, and he films the drone coming in, and they drop it like with a parachute. Anyway. Check out how amazing that is. That huge light cannon. And finally the lights on the side of Aston Martin. It's really a futuristic city. I love Miami. So here you have residences and you have hotels. Maybe we'll cross this way. I've never seen traffic like this in August. Crazy.
There? I'm the one. She's leaving.
Again, this is supposed to be the off-season, and every single year since the pandemic, I've been noticing busier and busier and busier streets during Miami's off-season. Aston Martin looks great. We'll now head over to the Brickell City Center, which is another massive indoor/outdoor mall. It's beautiful. I love how they light the palm trees up like this too. Now, judging by all the traffic, I think it's probably going to be pretty busy in the heart of Brickell. We'll see. That's another thing I love about Miami. It's just the landscaping is so immaculate everywhere. Now, as we mentioned, if you continue down Brickell Avenue, you'll run into the construction site where Citadel is slated to build their office tower. This is Southeast 7th Street now. This is looking back at the Bank of America Tower. This is supposed to be the site for One Brickell City Center, but I think they have halted construction on it, unfortunately. Looks like we have 2 more robots decommissioned. Pretty soon we're going to be walking around everywhere and there's going to be humanoid robots. That may sound crazy, but mark my words, in our lifetime, just as you see people walking around, you're going to have humanoids everywhere. If you're on a conference call, working from home, you'll be able just to turn to your humanoid robot and tell them to go get you a cup of coffee. They'll punch the button in the elevator, go down to the street level, and really be able to get you whatever you want. Yeah, the Miami PD. And wow, is Brickell packed tonight for a Wednesday? It's really nice that the Metro Mover will connect right to the Brickell City Center. Oops, we'll go before this Tesla. And then you'll start to see the main Brickell City Center. Which is really quite nice because if it's raining outside like crazy, you never have to step outside because you have all these connector bridges everywhere. This is now South Miami Avenue. You're really going to feel the nightlife of the city now. Here we are looking at the Brickell City Center. Okay, I think we could go. This is the new Nespresso store. Looks beautiful in here. Just love the overall decor. And now we are in the heart of it all. We're headed towards Miami Brickell Village. There's so many different shops, restaurants, coffee shops in here. This is the Henry restaurant. You have the Lucid Motors across the street, as well as the Apple Store. And this intersection is my favorite intersection in Miami. It just looks so futuristic. These are the SLS Lux Towers. You have the Burger King across the street. It's been there forever. And And then a great view of Brickell City Center. Here's one of the main entrances to the SLS Lux.
That looks like an older brand.
Now we've transitioned into Miami Brickell Village. There's usually some really nice vehicles in the valet here. You have Moxie's to your right. This is over by Moxie's.
Just brought everything.
Really cool cityscapes here. We have Sexy Fish across the street. This is a huge nightlife spot that always seems to be packed.
There is a guy on YouTube that I used to watch with
You just gotta watch all the vehicles because there's no traffic lights. Here we are outside of Sexy Fish. The decor looks quite nice. right, everybody, if you enjoyed that walking tour of downtown Miami and Brickell, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as always, we will see you in the next one. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.